Hey everyone, I wanted to share my favorite practice strategy for busy professionals because let's be honest, most adult piano students are not sitting around with hours of free time every day. They're working, they're running businesses, they're raising families, they're attending meetings, managing households, serving at church, just trying to stay healthy half of the time. And somewhere in the middle of all that, they're trying to learn the piano. So if you've ever felt guilty because you don't have endless hours to practice, this video is for you. One of the biggest mistakes busy adults make is sitting down at the piano without a plan. They think, I'll just practice whatever I feel like today. And before they know it, 30 minutes have passed and they aren't sure what they've actually practiced. They sit around thinking, what have I actually accomplished? And that's why my favorite practice strategy is what I call practice with purpose. So before I ever sit down at the piano, I already know what I'm working on. I do not rely on motivation. I rely on a plan. For example, instead of saying, I'm going to practice piano today, I might say, today I'm going to improve measures 17 through 24. Or, today I'm going to work on my D major scale. Or, today I'm going to clean up the left-hand rhythm in this section. That's a completely different approach. Now your brain has a target. And what happens is we are goal-seeking organisms. We are people that are always looking for a goal. And your brain now has that target. Your practice becomes focused. And focused practice produces results. So another thing I encourage busy adults to do is keep a weekly piano practice plan. At the beginning of the week, decide what pieces are you going to work on. What technical skills need attention? What is your biggest goal for this week? What would make this week feel successful? When you know the answers to those questions, practice becomes so much easier. You don't waste time trying to decide what to do. You simply follow the plan. And here's something else that might help. Not every practice session needs to be a perfect hour-long session. Some days you may have 45 minutes. Some days you may only have 15 or 10. And that's okay. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is consistency. Because consistent actions compounds over time. So think about it. If you practice 15 focused minutes a day for an entire year, how much progress would you make? Probably a lot more than someone who waits for the perfect schedule that never arrives, right? So the adults who make the most progress are usually not the people with the most time. They're the people who learn how to use the time they have. So if you're a busy professional, here's my challenge for you this week. Before each practice session, write down one thing you want to improve. Not 10 things, not 20 things, just one thing. Then spend your practice session working intentionally towards that goal. And you may be surprised how much more progress you make. Remember, busy people don't need more time. They need more focus. I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest challenge whenever it comes to finding time to practice? Leave me a comment below this video and let me know. And if If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe because every week I share tips to help adult pianists build confidence, consistency, and progress at the piano. And I will see you in the next video.